Shall we resume? I apologize for keeping you waiting, but we had a number of little meetings with your advocates and attorneys. That's why we adjourned longer than we had planned. Apologize for that. Shall we then start? I see we have two gentlemen here who are going to support us, and you are, would you put your name on record, sir?
Oh, my name is Michael Tibakwana. I'm the interpreter.
From which language to which language?
It's Zulu into English, and I was told that if necessary, I must also do Setswana.
I see.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. You want to put your name on record, sir? Is any other interpreter? Oh, it's my left.
Adele Westhuizen, I'm the Afrikaans interpreter.
You're most welcome. Thank you. And do you want to put your name on record? You're serving as an interpreter, are you?
Yes.
My name is Jimmy. I'm a sign language interpreter.
Jimmy, you must have a last name, do you?
Jimmy Ndlovu.
Thank you, Mr. Ndlovu. Shall we then start? As I'd indicated earlier, we are going to have opening statements by the various counsel, which will be a brief statement that tells you how they see the proceedings and what they intend doing with the proceedings. That will be unfolding in greater detail over 3 weeks. And given that the state has the duty to begin, it's only appropriate that I start with counsel for the state to lead the way.
Thank you, Justice. These proceedings have been initiated pursuant to the report relating to the circumstances surrounding the death of mentally ill patients in the province of Gauteng. The Ombudsman made certain recommendations which are contained in the report. Amongst those recommendations is recommendation 17, which anticipate these proceedings as alternative dispute resolution. What will be demonstrated in these proceedings is that the affected family members will be given an opportunity to state the situation or circumstances which they have found themselves pursuant to the events which are captured in the report. What the state will demonstrate in these proceedings will be the fact that, as it is on record, the state has acknowledged and accepted the content of the report in its totality. And it is for that reason that liability has been considered by the state. So what this process has to engage is the aspect relating to redress and closure to those family members who are affected by the incidents contained in the report. The state would like to make it clear to all the affected family members, to the entire country and to the whole world, that as a result of the incidents which have been uncovered by the report, the state took the responsibility to show that it is in fact responsible, and it is responsible for it is responsible for the outcomes which have been uncovered in the report. And it is for that reason that the state will give an explanation which should be addressed to the affected family members, so that like they should be able to understand how did this situation arise.
Council, would you just pause right there? And I've just remembered that I have interpreters on both my sides, and at what point they would want to intervene. Clearly, it won't be a word-for-word translation. It will be a interpretation of the essence, and it seems to me that I'm going to give you each an opportunity to do that. But it won't be line by line. I'll give a few paragraphs and then give you an opportunity. Will that work?
Yes, that works.
Will that work? Yes. Okay, very well. Would you want to start? Yes. Is u gereed om voor te gaan?
Ja meneer, baie dankie. Ek is gereed om voor te gaan. Dus met die verrigtinge vandag hierso is en die aanbevelings wat gemaak is deur die ombudsman in die dokumente, sal u sien dat ons die staat aanspreeklikheid neem vir hierdie gebeure en dat daar geregtelikheid kan wees en dat die rouproses kan eindig vir die slagoffers en die families van hierdie gebeure wat plaasgevind het.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Ngamafuphi loyo omele uhulumeni ube echaza ke udaba lokuthi ke ukuze sibe la namuhla kungendaba ke yomyalelo wenkantolo kanti ke futhi ke nokuya nombiko wo ombudsman okumqaphi ke wokuziphatha kumkhakha wezempilo kanti ke ukhulumeke ngokuthi ke ukuya ngezincomo ezikhona lapho ke ukhulume ngesigaba u17 ukuthi ke lapho ke kulapho ke kuye kwavunyelwana khona ukuthi ke kufanele kube khona ke lesi sicawo njengoba ke siphethwe namuhla kanti ke uthi ke uhulumeni ke yena uamkela konke okuqukethwe kuleyo mibiko kanti ke futhi ke uyamkela ke nokuthi ke konke ke lokho umsebenzi loyo ke busemahlombeni wa njengohulumeni kanti ke uthi ke bona ke bazochaza kahle ngezehlakalo nezigigaba ezenzeka noma ke eziqukethwe kuloyo mqulu kanti ke futhi ke ngamafuphi ke uthi ke bayamkela ukuthi ke konke ke okuqukethwe kuloyo mbiko nokuthi ke bafuna nje ukuthi ke kube khona ukubonisana nokuthi kube khona inqubekela phambili ukuze sikwazi ukuthi siqede ngalolu daba.
Ngiyabonga. I'm going to keep to Afrikaans and isiZulu, and if anybody wants more, please you have to indicate. Otherwise, we'll interpret to many languages. Is that in order? Go lokile hore ke bue ka isiZulu fela ne? Le Afrikaans. Go sa utlwisise isiZulu ka Afrikaans o nkitsisi. Okay, we have an agreement. We'll use Afrikaans and isiZulu for now until that demands for more. Thank you. Council?
Thank you, Justice. The state will want to demonstrate in the explanation.
Is your mic on?
Thank you. What I was submitting is that the state will demonstrate that in its explanation, it will give an account of the events in full. And that is part of a responsible government which takes responsibility for any of the mistakes that have been committed. And in that regard, what the state will then proceed to give an indication of what steps were taken when these incidents were discovered. And what will be also demonstrated is the fact that the state did not only react to the report by the ombudsman. In fact, upon the discovery of some of the incidents occurring, the state had already taken measures in the form of contact being made with family members. And that was clearly to demonstrate that the state is caring to all the members of the society. What transpired is that when these incidents occurred, the premier of the province did not waste any minute. He then proceeded to make contact with those family members as early as December of 2016. And that interaction occurred prior to the release of the report. And
sikushoyo la ukuthi ke uhulumeni ufuna nje ukuthi ke akhombe nokuthi ke sicacise kahle ke izehlakalo nezigigaba eziqukethwe kuloyo mbiko kanti ke lokhu kuyakhomba ukuthi ke lo uhulumeni onakekela abantu kanti ke uye wakhomba ngokuthi ke athathe izinyathelo ngaphambi kokuthi lo mqulu waka ombudsman ube khona kube khona izinyathelo eziye zathathwa ngaphambi kwaloyo mqulu kanti ke lezo zinyathelo ezithethwe ezinye ke ukuthi ke siqhumane nemindeni ethintekayo kanye ke nomphakathi kanti ke undunankulu yena naye uye wathintana naleyo mindeni ethintekayo ngomhla ngo December 2016 ngaphambi kokuthi lo mbiko ukhululwe.
Die staat wil wys in hulle verduideliking en hulle sal 'n weergawe gee van die gebeure wat plaasgevind het. Deel van 'n verantwoordelikheid of 'n verantwoordelike regering is om verantwoordelikheid te neem vir foute wat gemaak is. Die staat sal aandui watter stappe geneem is toe hierdie gebeure oopgevlek is en die staat het ook nie net gereageer op hierdie verslag nie, maar die staat het stappe geneem. Hulle het kontak gemaak met familielede, want die staat gee om vir alle lede van die samelewing. Toe hierdie gebeure plaasgevind het, die premier so vroeg soos wat Desember 2016 kontak gemaak met familielede. En hierdie kontak het plaasgevind voordat die verslag eers bekend gemaak is.
Thank you. It will become quite apparent as the proceedings will unfold that the state, after having taken responsibility of the events which occurred, has on numerous occasions expressed regret for the incidents which has actually occurred. Those incidents should have been prevented, and the state expresses its remorse to what had occurred, and such remorse is expressed to those who are directly affected and to the entire nation. And as it will appear later, the government of the Republic of South Africa, through the Ministry of Health, the provincial government with its Department of Health, have taken every measure to ensure that those findings which have been acknowledged, the findings emanating from the report, are fully implemented without any question. And that's a clear demonstration that the events did not occur by design. The events did not occur by design, and what has happened is really regrettable, and the state is willing to ensure that it assists the family members to find closure in what had occurred. And it is also the intention of the state to make every step or every effort to ensure that these incidents do not repeat itself in this country.
Kusobala ke ngalokho ke uhulumeni azokhuluma ke noma izethulo uhulumeni azozenza namuhla ukuthi ke uhulumeni uyamkela lokho okwenzekile kanti ke futhi uhulumeni uyakhombisa ke ukuzisola ngalokho okwenzekile ngalezo zehlakalo njengoba ziqukethwe kulo yomqulu kanti ke futhi ke kuyakhomba ke ukuthi uhulumeni akazisoli kuphela kulabo abathintekile leyo mindeni ethintekile kodwa ke nakusizwe sonkana kanti ke futhi lokho kuyabonakala ke noma kusobala ngoba uhulumeni waseNingizimu Afrika kanye nomnyango wezempilo kulapho ke baye bathatha ke izinyathelo zokuthi ke bamukele izincomo njengoba zinjalo ngokugcwele nokuthi lezo zincomo kufanele ukuthi ke zona zilandelwe zisetshenziswe njengoba ke ziqukethwe kuleyo mbiko kanti ke uthi uhulumeni yena ke uzimisele kuyinjongo yakhe ukuthi athathe izinyathelo zokuthi kube khona ukubonisana nokuthi kube khona inqubekela phambili kanye naleyo mindeni ethintekayo.
Soos wat ons aangaan sal die staat vir wys nadat die staat verantwoordelikheid geneem het vir hierdie gebeure het hulle verskeie kere hulle jammer uitgespreek oor wat gebeur het en hierdie situasie wat nie moet voorkom nie. Die staat het sy belydenis gelewer en vir die direkte geaffekteerde families, maar nie net vir hulle nie, maar vir die hele nasie. Die regering van die Republiek van Suid-Afrika saam met die Gesondheidsdepartement en die provinsiale regering neem alle maatstawwe geneem en dat die bevindinge wat geïmplementeer is sonder vraag, hierdie bevindinge wat gemaak is deur die ombudsman. Hierdie is 'n ongevraagde gebeure en die staat is gewillig om die familie te help om afsluiting te neem en die staat wil alle stappe neem dat dit nie weer gebeur nie.
As part of the implementation process, the state is taking measures to ensure that policies are being developed in order to avert any future occurrence of the type of incident which is very unfortunate. What has to be made clear is that the government, having taken responsibility, has participated in this process voluntarily, and it has also engaged affected family members before the report was released and after the report was released. And that should send a message to everyone that this is a clear demonstration that this is a government which listens to its people, as it is a government for the people, by the people, hence the steps taken in good faith.
Let me start on my left. Kambi Zulu always in front.
Okay.
Deel van die implementeringsproses het die staat spesifieke maatstawwe in plek gesit wat sodat 'n beleide kon ontwikkel sodat hierdie gebeure nie weer sal plaasvind nie. Dit sal ook duidelik wees dat die regering wat verantwoordelikheid neem vir hierdie gebeure gewillig deelneem hierso en het ook voor en nadat hierdie verslag bekend was met die families in gesprek getree. En dit sal duidelik wees dat hierdie regering is 'n regering wat omgee vir die mense. Dis 'n regering van die mense en vir die mense.
Njengengxenye ke yokusetshenziswa kwezinqomo eziqukethwe kulomqulu ukuthi ke sekusunguliwe noma kuthathwe izinyathelo zokuthi ke kube khona inqubomgomo esungulwayo ukuze sinqande izehlakalo lezi ezifana nalezo eziyazavelela ngeshwa ukuthi zingaphinde zenzeke kanti uhulumeni ke yena uwamukela wonke ke amaphutha njengoba ke kwenzekile ingakho ke yena uye wathintana nemindeni ngaphambi kokuthi ke lomqulu ukhishwe nangemuva kokuthi lomqulu usowukhishiwe kanti ke lokho kuyakhomba ke ukuthi ke uhulumeni lona uhulumeni onakekelayo abantu kanti ke futhi uhulumeni ke ophethwe ngabantu.
Thank you. Council.
In conclusion, the state will want to assure the affected members and the nation at large that the state will take every measure to ensure that the family members find redress and closure emanating from the incidents which occurred and which incidents are really regrettable, and the state expresses its remorse, and the state hopes that this process will indeed achieve the purpose for which it is set up for the families to find redress and closure.
Manje uma sengiphothula ke ngithanda ukuthi ke ngiqinisekise wonke amalungu wemindeni ethintekile kanye nesizwe sonkana ukuthi ke njengoba ke samukela konke ke lokho okukhona nokuthi ke bonke labo abathintekayo kube khona bathole ubulungisa, kanti ke futhi ke sikhombe nokuthi ke uhulumeni lona ke uhulumeni uyazisola ngalokho ke okwenzekile, kanti ke siyathemba ukuthi kuzoba khona ukubambisana nokusebenzisana siqhubekele phambili sikwazi ukuthi ke sifeze injongo yalesi sicawu.
Ter afsluiting wil die staat versekering bring, nie net vir die geaffekteerde persone of lede nie, maar ook vir die nasie. Die staat alle stappe neem dat hierdie persone afsluiting kan kry en dat hierdie ongelukkige gebeure nie weer sal plaasvind nie. Die staat deel sy belydenis en die staat hoop dat deur hierdie prosedures dat ons dan sal bereik dit wat ons wil hê en vir hierdie mense kan afsluiting gee.
Excuse me. Thank you, Council. Thank you for those opening statements, which are indeed helpful. I thought you were going to stop short of saying the state commits to equitable redress, but you went right there. That's your last submission, and much appreciated. Then I'll turn to Advocate Groenewald.
Thank you very much, Justice. Justice, I find it appropriate to start off with a quote of Herbert Humphrey, who said that it was once said that the moral test of government is how that government treats those who are in the dawn of life, the children, those who are in the twilight of life, the elderly, and those who are in the shadows of life, the sick, the needy, and the handicapped. Now, Justice, we submit that the government has accepted that they have failed this test, that they have failed to provide and to protect those most in need. Now, the government, in terms of the Ombudsman's report, has failed to uphold our Constitution, our domestic laws, as well as international conventions. And as a consequence thereof, 94 patients have paid the price with their lives.
Uqala ke ngokuthi ke ayenze isicaphuno ke lapho esikhuluma ke ngokuthi uhulumeni ke yena ke kusemahlombe wakhe ukuthi ke anakekele izingane abakhulile kanye nabakhubazekile, kanti ke ukuya ngesethulo sikahulumeni sizwile ke ukuthi uhulumeni yena ke uthe uyamukela wonke lawo maphutha okubheka aqukethe kulomqulu, kanti ke lokho ke kuyasho ukuthi uhulumeni uhlulekile ukuthi ke avikele labo bantu abathintekayo ukuya ngomthetho sisekelo, kanti ke yilokho ke engithanda ukuthi ke sikubukisise ngoba ke lezo zehlakalo noma izinyathelo zabo zenze ukuthi ke kulahleke noma ke kushona abantu abangu 94 ukuya ke ngalezo zehlakalo nombiko oqukethwe.
Laat ek begin met 'n gepaste aanhaling en ek vra om verskoning as ek nie al die woorde presies so het nie. Die morele toets van die regering die morele waardes van die regering word getoets oor hoe hulle diegene wat aan die begin van hulle lewens hanteer, kinders, die persone wat aan die einde van hulle lewens is, die ouer mense en die persone wat nie vir hulle self kan sorg nie of die siek persone wat gestremdhede of mense met gestremdhede het. Die regering het hierdie toets gedryf en hulle het nie die mense wat hulle moes beskerm nie beskerm of nie beskerm nie beskerm. Die grondwet of die wette van die land of selfs internasionale ooreenkomste is nie nagekom nie en 94 pasiënte moes uiteindelik hierdie prys betaal.
Thank you very much, Justice. the Gauteng Mental Health Marathon Project will be remembered as one of the greatest causes of human rights violations committed by the state since the dawn of our democracy. And remembering it we must, not because of our reluctance for closure or forgiveness, but because this is how we as a people will pay our respects for those who have died and suffered, how we will remain vigilant to hold government accountable, and how we will ensure that such atrocities do not befall our democratic state again. Now, Justice, the family members of the late Jaco Stols, Thabo Monyane, and David Mpofu expect from this government in these proceedings to provide them with information regarding the circumstances and cause of death of their loved ones, to give feedback to these family members of what steps the government has taken to hold those responsible accountable, and to be provided with an apology. These family members, perhaps.
Well, finish this family members at least.
These family members will come and testify of how they saw their loved ones die of hunger and starvation, how they were informed by employees of the state not to get emotional when they wanted answers regarding the deteriorating health of their loved ones.
Thank you.
Okusho la ukuthi ke njengoba ke lesahlakalo isehlakalo ke ukuthi ke asikaze senzeke kanti ke kufanele ukuthi sikhumbule bonke abantu abake bathinteka lapho nabathintekile lapho kanti ke ukhulumeke ngalabo abathathu ke abamele ukuthi ke imindeni yabo ifuna izimpendulo ifuna ingcazelo ukuthi ke iziphi izinyathelo ezizothathwa njengoba ke siqhubekela phambili ngalolu daba bafuna ukuzwa izimpendulo ukuthi ke kuze kanjani ke ukuthi ke amalungu wemindeni yabo ishone ngendaba ke yendlala nokunganakekelwa ngendlela efanele bafuna ukwazi ke ngalokho nokuthi siqhubekela kanjani phambili ukuze ke sikwazi ukuthi ke siqede ngalolu daba.
Die Gauteng Mental Health Marathon Project is die grootste menseregte oortreding vanaf die begin van ons demokrasie. En ons gou nie aan daaroor praat omdat ons nie wil afsluiting neem nie oor dat ons nie wil aanbeweeg nie, maar ons wil hê daar moet aanspreeklikheid wees. Ons wil seker maak dat dit nooit weer gebeur nie. Die familie van verskeie lede, insluitend meneer Stols, meneer Manjani en daar's nog ook 'n lid, ekskuus ek het nie sy naam gekry nie, soek inligting vir die oorsaak van hierdie sterftes van hulle familielede. Hulle soek ook terugvoering vanaf die regering om te weet wat het gebeur en dan verwag hulle ook 'n verskoning. Hulle wil om verskoning gevra word. Familielede gaan hier getuig oor hoe hulle geliefdes voor hulle oë gesterf het van honger. Hoe hulle ingelig was deur personeel van die regering om nie emosioneel te raak vir die toestand van hulle geliefdes nie.
Thank you. I'm going to go past Advocate Nguchana for now and call you last and move on straight to Advocate Hassan.
Thank you, Justice Moseneke. We find ourselves here today due to decisions and actions that were taken by the Gauteng Department of Health in 2015. Those decisions and actions related to the termination of the contract by the department with Life Esidimeni. Life Esidimeni is a private facility that for more than 30 years had been providing health services on behalf of the state to mental health care users who required long-term and specialized psychiatric care. The department decided to transfer the patients from Life Esidimeni to 27 NGOs around Gauteng. This decision and the manner in which it was executed resulted in the death of at least 94 mental health patients, according to the Health Ombud, Professor Mkhoba. In these hearings, we hope to have a more complete and accurate list of the actual number of deaths. These hearings are a special process in which the merits of the case giving rise to the claim is conceded, and the findings of the Health Ombud are not disputed. It is in essence a process of restorative justice. The ambit of the hearing is determined by the terms of reference relating to the Gauteng Mental Health Marathon Project, which I will refer to as the project. The terms of reference were agreed by all parties present. The purpose of the arbitration is to facilitate closure and redress for the affected mental health care users and families. According to paragraph 6.3 of the terms of reference, this includes, but is not limited to, appropriate compensation for the affected families, the provision of information to families regarding the circumstances and cause of death of their loved ones, as well as the location of their final resting place, appropriate counseling and support services, appropriate apologies and acknowledgement of the suffering of the families, the provision by the government of an appropriate monument to commemorate the suffering and loss caused by the project, any other form of equitable redress the parties deem appropriate. Of the 94 plus deceased mental health care users, sorry, Justice, should I pause
Yes, he goes quite a bit. I think we can stop there. Thank you. Sasha,
Uthi-ke
touching your counsel, that helped.
lokuchaza ukuthi ke namuhla ke sihlangene la ngendaba yesinqumo ke esathathwa umnyango wezempilo wala eGauteng ngo2015 ukuthi ke bamise ikontilaka bebenayo ne life Esidimeni lapho ke bokuyisikhungo sokunakekela labo ke abagula ngokwengqondo ngenkathi ke bethatha isinqumo sokuthi ke labo bantu basuswe bamikise kwezinye izindawo kanti ke ukuya ke ngaleso senzo isona ke esiholele ukuthi ke kugcine kushona abantu abangu 94 ukuya ngombiko ke lo obhalwe uSolwazi uProfessor Makhoba kanti ke futhi ke kufanele ukuthi ke njengoba ke silomqulu sokhona nohulumeni naye sowamkele ukuthi ke akaphikisi okuqukethwe kulomqulu manje ke thina ke esikucelayo nje njengoba ke injongo yalomhlangano ukuthi ke usilekelele ukuthi ke sikwazi ukuthi sithathe izinyathelo zokuqhubeka ukuthi siqede ngalolu daba kanti ke thina ke sicabanga ukuthi ke kufanele ukuthi ke lezo zincomo ezikhona zisetshenziswe ngokuphelele futhi ke kube khona isincephezelo kulabo ke abathintekile nakuleyo mindeni ethintekile futhi ke sifuna nokuthi ke sizwe ke njengoba uhulumeni emukele ukuthi ke amaphutha nangempela lawo enzekile nokuthi ke bokungeyona injongo yabo kufanele ukuthi bakhombise nokuthi ke bacele uqolo nokuthi ke futhi ke kube khona isikhumbuzo salabo bantu ke abashonile ukuze ke kube khona kube izinyathelo zokuthi ke sinqande ukuthi ke kungaphinde kwenzekale izehlakalo ezifana nalezo.
Ons is vandag hier teenwoordig as gevolg van die besluite en aksies wat geneem is in die departement van gesondheid, Gautengse departement in 2015. Met hierdie besluite en aksies is die kontrak van Life Esidimeni wat 'n privaat instansie is wat al meer as 30 jaar gespesialiseerde gesondheidsdienste lewer, gekanselleer. En die departement het toe besluit om hierdie persone oor te plaas na 27 NRO's toe. Hierdie besluit het veroorsaak dat daar ten minste 94 sterftes plaasgevind het. En ons hoop deur hierdie verrigtinge sal ons 'n meer akkurate lys kry van die aantal sterftes. Hierdie verhoor het 'n spesifieke proses wat aangaan en die bevindinge wat ons van die ombudsman af gekry het, is daar regstellende geregtigheid wat moet plaasvind. Die Gautengse Mental Health Project, of soos wat die mevrou sal verwys, the project of die projek, verwys en daar is die ooreenkomste wat ons moet dan besluit oor die arbitrasie. En dit sluit in die vergoeding, inligting oor en die oorsake van die afsterftes van geliefdes en ook laaste plek waar of die plek waar hulle begrawe is. En gepaste verskoning en erkenning van hierdie dade. 'n Monument wat gerig moet word en ook enige ander vorm van vergoeding wat ooreengestem word.
Thank you. Counsel.
Thank you. Of the 94 plus deceased mental health care users, Section 27 represents the families of 55. These families are entitled to equitable redress arising from the arbitration as they fall within the category of claimants described in paragraph 2.1 of the terms of reference. The 55 deceased mental health care users are Felicity Adams, Diedrich Johannes Botha, Terence Mapea Kaba, Frederick Collitz, Tembesile Lillian Dlamini, Memona Dubry, Nelly Johanna Dutoit, Joseph William Golden, Joseph Gomede, Sizwe Tabang Tlatswayo, Daniel Charles Josiah, Maureen Kunjwa, Maswit Kozwale, Christina Lale, Motofela Lerwabe, David Letwaba, Hendrik Rantopi Mabwe, Virginia Makpela, Matsobane John Makloko, Christopher Makoba, Happy Makubela, Resibe Rahab Mangena, Nathaniel Soli Mashigo, Mangana Eric Mashilwane, Josephina Mklongo, Renok Mkube, Jabulani Godfrey Mnisi, Lucky Jeremiah Modise, Christopher Mokhwerane, Jonas Modike, Benika Mokaneng, Nswelengwe Mokheti, Sophia Manyana Molefe, Mamesi Sina Mosalo, Caswell Mosiane, Matlakala Elizabeth Motswahe, pardon me, Siabulela Roger Msimanga, Emily Mtembu, Pio Sibosiso Mtombeni, Peter Mvundla, Vuyo Aaron Nkondwane, Julian Anthony Peterson, Deborah Petla, Charity Ratsoso, David Johannes Senekal, Busisiwe Shabalala, Joy Nomsa Simamane, Alfred Sitole, Bekmuzi Sitoli, Phoebe Jeswin Marcia Sodom, Charles Stewart, Johanna Clady, Motsabisi Michael Klolwe, Julia Kedibone Tsawe, and Cindy Van Rooyen. The family
manje ke thina ke njengoba ke sibuya lapha ku section 27 kulabo ke abangamashumi noma ke kulabo ke abangamashumi eshagalolunye nemivo emine thina simele abantu ke abangamashumi amahlanu nanhlanu 55 kanti ke sibukele ukuthi labo bantu kufanele ukuthi bathole ubulungiswa ngokugcwele nangokuphelele ukuya ke ngesigaba u2.1 sezincobo ke njengoba ke sibhaliwe lapho kanti ke lawo malungu ke esiwamele thina njenge section 27 ilawo magama ase awabizile.
Vanaf die meer as 94 afgesterwe persone van wat geestesgestremdhede gehad het, verteenwoordig section 27 55 families. En hierdie families verdien vergoeding want hulle is onder kategorie eisers van of die kategorie eisers van 2.1 soos wat in die dokumente gesê word. Hierdie 55 persone se name is dan uitgelees voorheen.
Thank you. The families of 17 deceased will provide oral testimony in the arbitration. The remainder have provided affidavits detailing their experience and loss. In addition, the following witnesses will testify on behalf of the families. Ms. Cassie Chambers, who's the Operations Director of the South African Depression and Anxiety Group, SADAG. Dr. Talatala, a specialist psychiatrist and the President of SASOP, the South African Society of Psychiatrists. He was a president during the period of this project. And Ms. Coralie Trotter, a clinical psychologist who led a team of 20 clinicians who assessed the families to determine the nature of the suffering and trauma that they endured as a result of the project. The following summarized facts are common cause. On 21 October 2015, the Gauteng Department announced that it would terminate its contract with Life Esidimeni.
I think you're going to have to pause for a while there. You want to go first for a change?
Die familielede van 17 van hierdie persone gaan hierso getuienis lewer. Die res van hulle het beëdigde verklaringe waar hulle in hierdie verklaringe verduidelik oor die ly wat hulle ervaar het. Mevrou Chambers van SADAG gaan kom getuig. Dr. Talatala van SASOC gaan kom getuig. Mevrou Trotter is 'n kliniese sielkundige en sy het assesserings met die familielede gedoen om te kyk wat hierdie die effekte het op hulle as gevolg van hierdie gebeure. Van hierdie feite is algemene kennis en een van hulle is dat op die 21ste Oktober 2015 het die Gautengse Departement van Gesondheid die kontrak met Life Esidimeni gekanselleer.
Sikushoyo ke la ukuthi kule mindeni yalabo ke abayishumi nesikhombisa asebashonile bona ke bathe bazimisele ukuthi ke bathule ubufakazi kanti ke sokukhona futhi nezincwadi ezifungelwe ebazenzile ke maqondana ke nalezo zehlakalo kanti ke futhi ke kukhona ke nemisebenzi yezingcwethi labo abafundilwe unkosikazi ke uChamba nodokotela uThalatha nomunye ke kanti ke bona yibo ke abenza ke ucwaningo ngemuva kwale zehlakalo ukuthi ke ingaba ke lokhu ke kube nomthelela ongakanani kwimindeni ethintekayo kanti ke ubeqhubeka ukuthi ke ngomhla ka21 October 2015 kulapho ke umnyango wezempilo wala eGauteng wathatha isinqumo sokuthi ke umise noma usulele kontilaka nalendawo yokubhekelela labo bagula ngokwengqondo.
Council.
Thank you. The following summarized facts are common cause. On 21 October 2015, the Gauteng Department announced it would terminate its contract with Life Esidimeni. The initial decision had been taken much earlier and communicated to a meeting between the department, a representative of Life Esidimeni, and the managers and psychiatrists at the public psychiatric hospitals on 4 March 2015. So disquieting was this announcement that it prompted the heads of each psychiatric hospital unit in Gauteng to detail what they described as grave concerns, which they detailed in writing to the Provincial Department on 28 April 2015.
Okunye kuye kwenza ukuthi ke ngomhla ka21 October 2015 kulapho ke kuye kwathatha leso sinqumo sokuthi ke kumiswe le kontilaka kanti ke eqinisweni nje ukuthi ke leso sinqumo sasithethwe ngaphambilini kwalokho ngoba ke ukuya ke ngobuphathi kubonakala ngathi leso sinqumo sathathwa ngomhla ka4 March 2015 kulapho ke leso sinqumo siye sathathwa khona kanti ke izikhungo eziningi zokunakekelwa ngokwezempilo la eGauteng nabo baye bamangala kakhulu baye bakhipha ukudumala kwabo ngaleso senzo esihloswe uhulumeni ngoba ke babengaboni ukuthi sizoba nemiphumela emihle.
Okay. Die feite is vanaf die 21ste Oktober of op die 21ste Oktober 2015 het die Gautengse Departement van Gesondheid die kontrak gekanselleer met Life Esidimeni. Maar hierdie besluit is vroeër geneem. Daar's 'n vergadering gehou met die departement, met bestuurders en ander verteenwoordigers op die 4de Maart 2015. Hierdie besluit was so eienaardig en nie van pas dat die hoofde van die psigiatriese afdelings van hospitale op die 28ste April geskrewe of op skrif hulle aanbeveling gegee om dit nie te doen nie.
Council.
Thank you. In June 2015, SASOP, the South African Society of Psychiatrists, also wrote to the department, setting out their concerns regarding the risks posed by the intended transfer of mental health care users. Representations were also made to the department by family representatives, SADAG, and the South African Federation of Mental Health. The department proceeded with its course of action. The majority of families represented in these proceedings were not contacted prior to the move of their loved ones. Most discovered their loved ones had been moved after the fact. Many were not contacted at all, and once they discovered their family member had been moved through one means or another, were left to scramble to find the location of the family member. This often took days and even weeks.
Kanti ke ngoJune 2015 kulapho ke kuye kwa noma ke lezo izikhungo ezibhekeleleke ukwelashwa ngokwengqondo zabhalela umnyango zikhipha ke ukukhathazeka kwabo ke ngaleso sinqumo esenziwe kanti ke nokuthi ke imindeni yona azange ithintwe imindeni yalabo abathintekayo ngenkathi ke kususwa ke lezi ziguli zimikiswa ke kwezinye izindawo kanti ke lezi inhlangano zona zokunakekela labo bagula ngokwengqondo babezama nje ukuthi ke babonise ubungozi obungaba khona nemithelela emibi engaba khona kodwa bona ke baye baqhubeka ngaleso sinyathelo ngoba bese umnyango boso uthethe leso sinqumo.
Junie 2015 het SASOC ook aan die departement geskryf en hulle het die risiko's uitgelig as gepaard gaan met die oorplasing van hierdie pasiënte. Ander instansies het ook aanbevelings gemaak, maar die departement het aangegaan of voortgegaan. Meerderheid van die families is nie gekontak voordat hulle familielede oorgeplaas is nie. En partykeer het hulle eers na die tyd uitgevind of glad nie. En toe hulle uitgevind het op een of ander manier, het hulle gesukkel om hulle familielede in die hande te kry. Dit het party persone selfs weke gevat om hulle familielede op te spoor.
Thank you. So, on or around 30 June 2016, there was a mass discharge of mental health care users to NGOs, homes, and hospitals. Mental health care users were loaded onto buses and bakkies and distributed, or in the language used by the department, decanted, to various facilities across the province. The MEC of Health reported on a number of occasions that users did not have their belongings or even a change of clothes with them. She also reported that many mental health care users left life without their IDs or medical records. We also know that many of the NGOs did not have contact details for family members.
Kuthiwa ngomhla ka 30 June 2016 kulapho ke iningi lalezi zigulani ziyeza suswa ke lapho ke eLife Esidimeni zimikiswa kwezinye izindawo kanti ke kuhanjiswa kwazo ke baye bafakwa emabhasini nakumabhaki bahanjiswa ke bamikiswa kulezo zindawo kanti ke uMEC naye ke uye wamukela ukuthi abanye ke bahambe bangaphathanga ke nezinto zabo abanye ke bashiye ke nomazisi wabo ama ID wabo kanti ke bashiye ezinye ke izinto emuva futhi ke nemindeni yabo ebinganamniningwane yokuthi ke izigulani zabo noba ke amalungu omndeni bamikiswe kuziphi ke izindawo.
30 Junie 2016 was daar 'n massa oorplasing na NRO's en huise, sorghuise. Hierdie pasiënte is met busse en bakkies, soos die departement sê, afgelaai of gestort by verskillende plekke. Die persone het nie hulle klere of selfs hulle besittings by hulle gehad nie. Meeste van die pasiënte is weg sonder hulle identiteitsdokumente of hulle mediese rekords. Die plekke waartoe hierdie pasiënte gestuur word, het meestal ook nie kontaknommers gehad vir die familielede nie.
Thank you. So one of the reasons for this process is for us to understand why this took place, why it was necessary. The department has provided two justifications for the project. These are costs or resource constraints, and the second is the requirement by mental health policy to deinstitutionalize mental health care users. Regarding costs, we know from the Ombuds report that the move of users out of Life Esidimeni led to a significant number of admissions to mental health hospitals, including at Sterkfontein, Westkoppies, and Cullinan Care and Rehabilitation Center at great expense. While at Life Esidimeni, the department paid 320 Rand per person per day. At Westkoppies, it would have to pay 1,960 Rand per person per day. At Sterkfontein, it would pay 1,386 Rand per person per day. And at Cullinan, it would pay 1,486 Rand per person per day. The department paid NGOs, on average, 112 Rand per person per day, the NGOs to which they were moved as part of the project. A report from Professor Melvin Freeman that forms part of the record of the arbitration, Professor Melvin Freeman from the National Department of Health, this report informed the Gauteng MEC for Health that deinstitutionalization can never be used as a cost-saving measure, because deinstitutionalization, by its very nature, is costly. It requires significant investment in the communities and NGOs that are meant to care for the mental health care users. So the resource constraints justification for the move of users from Life Esidimeni doesn't explain the move. With regard
manje ke uthi ke ezinye ke izizathu uhulumeni aye aphana ngazo ke ukuthi ke izindleko nezinye ke izinyathelo noma ezinye zezizathu ke ebaye bazikhipha ke ukuthi kungani bathethe leso sinqumo nokuthi ke bona ke kuba khona ke ukunganeli kwezinsiza kusebenza kulapho ke baye bathatha ke la basebenzisa leso sinqumo sabo sokuthi babathathe bamixe kuzikhungo ezihlukahlukene kwezikhungo ezihlukahlukene zokunakekelwa kwalabo ke abaphethwe yilesifo senqondo kanti ke ukhuluma ukuthi ke labantu baye bamikiswa ke kuzindawo ezifana neSterkfontein naseKalinen kanti ke lapha Esidimeni uthi ke bekukhokhelwa imali engango 320 kusigulani ngasinye kanti ke kwezinye ke izibhedlela bebakhokhela imali engaphezulu kwalokho ukhulumile kulapho ukuthi kukhona labo bakhokhela 1960 kwezinye izikhungo 1486 kwezinye 1186 kanti ke ama NGO wona wayekhokhela u112 umuntu ngamunye ngosuku kanti ke futhi ke uthi umbiko owenzwe ke ingcwethi uFriedman uye wakhuluma ke ukuthi izizathu ebakhulume ngazo ukuthi ke bafuna ukuthi ke basuse labo bantu ke abaphethwe izifo zenqondo ukuthi ke bahlale ezindaweni zabo kuphela ukuthi lokho ke angeke kwenze ukuthi ke kwehlise izindleko kodwa ke kuzokhuphula izindleko kanti ke kubonakala ukuthi ke leyo mibono eka mnumzana oyingcwethi iyona ke iye yashaya indiva azange ke ibukisiswe.
Siyabonga.
Een rede vir die proses is die vraag wat ons kan vra is, hoekom het hierdie gebeur en hoekom was dit nodig? Die departement verskaf twee redes, kostes of hulpbronbeperkings en geestesgesondheidsbeleid. Soos ons nou gaan na die kostes toe. In die verslag deur die ombudsman is daar 'n aantal bedrae wat daar is van die verskeie sorgsentrums. Sterkfontein, Westkoppies, Cullinan. By Life Esidimeni was dit R320 per persoon per dag. Weskoppies R1960 per persoon per dag. Sterkfontein R1386 per persoon per dag. Kalinin R1486 per persoon per dag. En die NRO's het R112 per persoon per dag gekry. Nou dit is die plekke waartoe die pasiënte oorgeplaas is. In professor Freeman se verslag van die Nasionale Departement van Gesondheid af, sê hy dat die nie-instansie of die wegbeek van instansie geestesgesondheidsorg kan nie kostes bespaar nie, want dit is 'n besteding in die gemeenskap. Dit is 'n besteding aan die NRO's wat na vir hierdie mense moet sorg. Dis verduidelik die kos of is die koste nie 'n verduideliking of vir 'n rede omdat dit plaasgevind het nie.
Council.
Thank you. So the second reason provided by the department is the policy of deinstitutionalization. The policy is called the National Mental Health Policy Framework and Strategic Plan 2013 to 2020. The thing is that while the policy framework does provide for deinstitutionalization, it also recognizes that, and I quote, deinstitutionalization has progressed at a rapid rate in South Africa without the necessary development of community-based services. This has led to a high number of homeless, mentally ill people living with mental illness in prisons and revolving patterns of care. Closed quote. The policy framework further provides, and I quote, these community mental health services will be developed before further downscaling of psychiatric hospitals can proceed. Close quote.
Esizathu sesibili ke ebasinikezile ukuthi kukhona inqubomgomo noma uhlaka lwenqubomgomo lokususwa kwabantu ke kuzikhungo zokunakekelwa kwalabo bantu ke abaphethwe izifo zengqondo kanti ke loluhlaka ke lwenqubomgomo ka 2013 ukuya ku 2020 ukuthi ke kususwe labantu kuye kwatholakala ukuthi ke kuye wasetshenziswa lenqubomgomo kungakabhekelelwa ke amalungiselelo anele kanti ke futhi ke ukuya ngemibono yezingcwethi ukuthi ke lokho ke kwenze noma ke lokho ke kuholela ekutheni labantu ke noma ke abagulayo ngokwenqondo ngesinye isikhathi ke bagcine ke sebasejele noma ke kuba khona ke ezinye izehlakalo ngendaba yokuthi ke bokungekho malungiselelo anele nokuthi ke lesi sinqumo sona kubonakala ngathi ke siye sathathwa ngokuphuthuma kanti ke futhi ke bangabukisisi izimvo zezingcwethi.
Die tweede rede hiervoor is die beleid wat die nie-instansiesorg op die wegbeweging van instansiesorg. Dit is die nasionale geestesgesondheidsorgbeleid, ekskuus, ek het nie die hele term daar gekry nie, van 2013 tot en met 2020. Hierdie beleidsraamwerk sê dat nie-instansiegebaseerde sorg het verhoog sonder die nodige ontwikkeling van gemeenskapsgebaseerde sorg. Dit veroorsaak dat persone wat aan geestesgestremdhede ly, nou op straat is, in die tronk is, en dis moet sê die verslag ook dat die gemeenskapgebaseerde sorg sal eers uitgebrei moet word en in bestee moet word voordat die wegbeweeg van psigiatriese hospitale af kan plaasvind.
Council, I have to ask, how long more do you have? I don't want to restrict you at all. It's just basically to arrange time.
It's hard to calculate with the interpretation as well, but I've got about a page and a third, 1 1/3 pages to go.
I think we're going to go and finish that, and then take the lunch adjournment then, and then go to the other submissions. After that, we're at 1:15, so we should be good to go. If any of you is particularly hungry, just raise your hand. High.
I'll try to present quickly.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you. So, what about the rights and interests of the mental health care users in this framework? The expert opinion of Ms. Coralie Trotter, who will testify during these hearings, tells us that all available psychological, psychiatric, and medical knowledge regarding the factors to be taken into account when relocating institutionalized patients was ignored. This resulted in fear, confusion, trauma, and a sense of homelessness by the mental health care users. According to Ms. Trotter and her team, what makes it worse is that families were not told where their loved ones were being sent, which meant that the mental health care users did not have the benefit of the comfort and reassurance and stability of the family once they were moved.
Khuluma ke ngokuthi ke kuma sesibukisisa ke amalungelo nentshiseko ke zalabo ke abasebenzisa ke izinsiza zokunakekelwa kulabo ke abagula ke ngesifo senqondo kanti kuyakhomba futhi ukuthi ke kuye kwashaya indiva ubufakazi obuthule izingcwethi ke zokuthi ke lokhu ke kuye kwaba kwathinta kakhulu ke izigulani ngendaba yokuthi ke bona ke bayabaqhubeka ukuthi basebenzise leso sinqumo njengoba sithethwe benganaki lokho kuxwayiswa noma iseqwayiswa basinikezwe ke izingcwethi maqondana ke nohlaziyo abalenzile.
Wat van die regte van hierdie pasiënte in hierdie raamwerk? Soos mevrou Trotter sal getuig en sy sê dat alle sielkundige, psigiatries of mediese kennis wat gepaard gaan het met hierdie oorplasing was geïgnoreer. Hierdie pasiënte het gelei aan trauma, vrees en die gevoel van haweloosheid. En wat dit erger maak is dat die families nie gesê is nie. So hierdie pasiënte kon nie vertroos word deur hulle families of verseker word deur hulle families deur hierdie oorplasing nie.
Thank you.
Council.
So regarding the psychological and medical knowledge that the experts refer to, even if those in government responsible for the health and well-being of mental health care users who are in state care, even if they were not aware of this knowledge and the risks associated with the relocation, they were informed in detail by Dr. Talatala from SASOP, who cautioned them of the potential harm and who wrote to the department no less than 5 times between March 2015 and October 2015. Ultimately, SASOP, together with SADAG and the South African Federation for Mental Health and the Association of Concerned Family Members of Residents of Life Esidimeni, had to bring an urgent court application. The matter was settled out of court the day before the hearing. The agreement that was reflected in the settlement was an undertaking by the department to engage in a meaningful consultation process with the patients and their families in order to ensure a safe and orderly transfer that would not jeopardize the rights of the patients. As we now know, the department reneged on that agreement. As a matter of law and constitutional rights, mental health care users are equally entitled to the protection of their rights to administrative justice, dignity, access to health services, the right to an environment that is not harmful to their health and well-being, freedom and security of their person, and the right to life. Any steps taken by the department in relation to the provision of mental health care services must also prioritize the needs of mental health care users and ensure that they continue to receive care that is of an equal or better standard than that which they were receiving at Life Esidimeni.
Ukuya ke ngolwazi lokwelashwa ke noma ke kulashwa kwezifo zengqondo kanye nezemithi ukuthi ke uhulumeni ke yena ke uye waziswa ngaphambilini ngemithelela engaba khona kanti ke futhi nesexwayiso esenziwe udokotela uThalathala ngoba yena ke uye wabhalela ke umnyango amahlandla amahlanu phakathi kwaMarch noOctober 2015 ukubazisa ngobungozi obungaba khona uma ke beqhubeka ngaleso sinqumo sabo kanti ke kubonakala ngathi ke bona ke baye bakushaya indiva lokhu kuye kwaba khona futhi ke ukuthi sihlangane lapho sibe nomhlangano saba nesivumelano ngaphandle kwenkantolo kodwa ke kubonakala sengathi umnyango wona uye washaya indiva naleso sivumelwano ebesisithethe kanti ke kufanele ukuthi ke kubhekisiswe ke lawo malungelo ngoba labo bantu ke banamalungelo wempilo kanti ke futhi bokufanele ukuthi ke isimo sabo kube yinto eseqhulwini nokuthi baphakelwe izinsiza ukuya ngezinga lamkelekayo.
Yakhuluma ndoda, Yeah.
Met hierdie
He's speaking beautiful isiZulu. That is why I'm giving the compliment.
He's a very good interpreter, so yes. Die psigologiese en die mediese kennis, al het die persoon in die regering nie bewus was daarvan nie, en die risiko's wat gepaard gaan daarmee, was hulle vir meer as 5 keer ingelig vanaf tussen Maart en Oktober 2015 deur Dr. Talatala. Verskeie organisasies het toe 'n dringende hofinterdik gekry en daar was buite die hof geskik, waar die departement ooreengekom het dat hulle sal konsultasies hou met die pasiënte en hulle familielede en dat hulle regte nie oortree sou word nie. Die wet en die grondwet, voor die wet en die grondwet is persone met geestesgestremdhede gelyk. Hulle het die reg aan menswaardigheid, toegang tot gesondheidsdienste, veilige omgewing en die reg op lewe. Die stappe wat deur die departement geneem moes word vir hierdie pasiënte, moes verseker het dat die sorg wat hulle ontvang het, beter of soortgelyk moes wees aan die sorg wat hulle by Life Esidimeni ontvang het.
Thank you. I'm in the home stretch now, Justice
Yes.
Masneki. So the burning question is, if the project was not cost-saving, and it was not demanded by the policy of deinstitutionalization, given the conditions that had to first be created, then why was this necessary? What was the motivation that drove this course of action? The burden of answering this lies with the government. The sorry tale of extreme neglect, insufficient or rotten food, exposure to cold, lack of medication, overcrowding, abuse, death, late notifications of death, picking through bodies stacked upon each other in morgues, is best told by the families themselves, as they will. We thank the esteemed arbitrator for his time and the government officials who chose to be present. We have every hope that this arbitration will achieve its objective, to help victims overcome the damage they have suffered, to give them back their dignity, and to ensure that these abuses never happen again.
Manje ke okubalulekile ke ukuthi ke sibukisise ke zonke ke konke lokho esesikushilo kanti ke sibheke futhi ke ukuthi injongo enkulu yalomhlangano ukuthi ke sikwazi ukuthi ke sibhekelele konke ke lokho ke obekungalungile ukuya ke ngale mibiko nazo ke lokho kwenzekala kulezo zehlakalo kufana ke nokuthi ke abantu ke badliswa ukudla ke okonakele ukuhlukunyezwa ukunukubezwa izinto ezifana nalezo kanti ke konke lokho kwaholela ukuthi ke nemindeni nayo ithinteke kufanele ukuthi ize bona ke bazobheka ke imizimba ke babheka ke imindeni amalungu wemindeni kanti ke uma ke sesikubhekisisa ke konke lokhu ke ukuthi ke izinto ukuthi ke kufanele ukuthi zibukisiswe kanti ke nokuthi ke uhulumeni naye ke akwazi ukuthi ke asinikeze ke ingcazelo ngokugcwele nangokuphelele.
Die groot vraag is dan, as hierdie projek nie die kostes bespaar het nie, of dit was nie geforseer was deur die beleid wat geïmplementeer moet word nie, hoekom was dit nodig? En hierdie las lê op die regering. Vanaf ou kos, glad nie kos nie, koue, tekort aan medisyne, oorvol plekke, aanranding en sterftes, laat kennisgewing van sterftes, deur familielede wat weer lijkshuise moes soek het tussen lyke deur om hulle geliefdes te vind. Ons sê baie dankie meneer die arbitrateur en die amptenare wat hier wil deelneem. Ons hoop dat ons doel sal bereik hierso, om die menswaardigheid terug te gee vir die mense, en sodat dit nooit weer sal gebeur nie.
Council, you done?
I'm done for now,
Yes,
Justice.
for now, you are done. Thank you so much. And I'd like to thank both council who have submitted so far. 3, I'm sorry, who have submitted so far. And that has been helpful. We certainly, in my language, we say, "Tsiye ifufaka muswang." Did you get that, council? No, you don't. Clearly not. No, that is Sotho, that is not Zulu. Even a locust needs some subsistence in order to fly further. So I think that is what it really means. At some point, you've got to go and find subsistence if you want to fly further on. And thank you so much for what we've done up to now. It has been a very good start. We have an afternoon still to work. The time is virtually 1:30. I suggest we have a break only for 45 minutes. Shall we be back here at 2:15? And I ask all of those who have visited us, who are present here today, if you could come a little earlier than 2:15, so that we can actually resume. You all have heard there's a lot of work we have to go through. So it's going to be important that we keep time and we keep grinding so that we get to the truth and we get to where we should get to, over the pain and a resolution of this difficult matter. But thanks for all your patience and your respect you've shown up to now. I'm adjourning up to 2:15, and let's come in a little before then. Thank you.